Hello everyone, welcome to Akka Academy. In this video, we are going to discuss very important and very hot topic which is in the news from past few days. That is Interpol's notices. So Interpol has issued yellow notice against Mehul Choksi, and that's why this topic is in the news. And in this particular video, we'll discuss all about Interpol and types of notices in depth. Okay. So here in the first slide, so I have shown the images of these three great people, Vijay Mallya, Nirav Modi and Mehul Choksi. So these three people took the loan from banks, Indian banks, and without repaying the banks, so they run away from the country, and that amount became NPA. NPA means non-performing assets. Okay. And recently Mehul Choksi, so recently means in the year 2017, he left India and he took the citizenship in Antigua and Barbuda, and he living from 2017 onwards. And recently, so again he fled from Antigua and Barbuda to Dominica, and he was captured in Dominica after issuing the yellow notice from or by Interpol, and he captured in Dominica, and that's why this topic is very much in the news. So again there can be a geography related question about Antigua and Barbuda, and again about Dominica. So just remember, Antigua and Barbuda, it is the island country, and this island country located between Atlantic Ocean and Caribbean Sea. Again there can be a direct question. So Antigua and Barbuda, so located between which two water bodies? So here Atlantic Ocean in the northeast and the Caribbean Sea in the southwest. That is very important point. And this Antigua and Barbuda is the island country. And recently Mehul Choksi fled or run away from Antigua to Dominica, and that's why these two places are very much in the news. And again in between we are having Puerto Rico. So again this Puerto Rico is very important island, and again nearby this Puerto Rico we are having the one trench also, Puerto Rico Trench. And Mariana Trench is the deepest trench which is located in Pacific Ocean, but this Puerto Rico located in Atlantic Ocean, and this is the 8th deepest trench in the world. So Mariana Trench is the deepest one, and this Puerto Rico is the 8th deepest trench in the world. Just remember, this is very important point. And this Dominica and Antigua, they located between Atlantic Ocean and Caribbean Sea. And this Atlantic that Antigua and Barbuda, this is the exact place where they located. And here, so this is the North America and this is the South America. This North America and South America, these are the two separate independent continents. So we are having 7 continents, and out of 7, these are the 2 major continents. And again, so you might be reading in the newspaper, so that 8th continent, so that is Zealandia. So Zealandia, it is in the news, but it is right now, it is not officially declared as 8th continent, but the discussion is going on to be declared as 8th continent. Okay, just remember, so Zealandia can be the 8th continent, and Zealandia comes in, so nearby that New Caledonia and New Zealand. So that is very important point. And here you have to remember, so why this topic is in the news. So this topic is in the news because a diamonddarian, or you can call a diamond trade or diamond merchant, Mehul Choksi, so he was residing in that Antigua and Barbuda, but recently he fled to a neighboring country, Dominica, and that's why Interpol issued yellow notice against this Mehul Choksi, and after issuing the yellow notice, he was captured in Dominica, and that's why this is in the news, and that's why you have to remember about yellow notice. So yellow notice, so can be issued against a missing person, and this Mehul Choksi, so he was missing person from Antigua and Barbuda, and that's why this notice was issued against to that Mehul Choksi. Very important point. And this Mehul Choksi took the loan of 13,500 crores from Punjab National Bank, and that's why so India wanted him, but he left the country and he residing in Antigua by taking citizenship in Antigua and Barbuda. Okay, next point. So again another important point, so why you should read about Interpol. So next year 2022, it is one of the important year for India, because next year India is going to celebrate its 75th anniversary of Indian independence. Because India got independence in the year 1947, and from 1947 to 2022, so total 75 years. So India is going to celebrate 75th anniversary of Indian independence, and that's why this next year is very, very important. And along with this 75th anniversary, India is also going to host the 91st Interpol General Assembly meeting. Because again, you might be heard about COPs. COP means Conference of Parties, and again we call it as a official meeting between the member countries. And this Interpol means International Police Organization, and this Interpol was established in the year 1923, and from 1923, so like means since 1923 till date, so already 90 meetings are completed, and the 91st meeting is going to held in India, and India is the host country for 91st meeting, and that 91st meeting will be hosted next year only, and that's why these topics are very much in the news. So India is going to celebrate 75th anniversary along with 91st Interpol General Assembly. That's why this topic is very much in the news, and you should know about the history and background of Interpol. So this Interpol means International Police Organization, and about creation of Interpol, the discussion was initiated in the year 1914. That I will discuss later, but just remember here. So Interpol means International Police Organization that we call presently, but earlier its name was International Criminal Police Organization. But presently or currently it is known as Interpol. Interpol means International Police Organization, and its headquarters located in France at a place called Lyon. So Lyon is the place and France is the country. And this is the office of Interpol, and this office located in Lyon. So here Interpol is the world's largest international police organization, and its main objective is to combat international crime. Just remember, its main objective or its main function is to tackle international crime. So it will not interfere in any political issues, it will not interfere in any military issues, it will not interfere in any religious issues, it will not interfere in any racial issues. Its main work of area is crime, and that's why it mainly tackles the international crime. Just remember, its main objective is to combat international crime. And so this Interpol, just already I have mentioned, Interpol will not intervene or it will not interfere in political issues, military issues, religious issues, and the racial issues. Okay, it will interfere only in that crime issues. That is very important point. And next point, so regarding origin of the Interpol, the discussion was started in the year 1914, but it was officially created in the year 1923. So it was created in the year 1923, but about creation of Interpol, that discussion was started in the year 1914. Very, very important point. And this discussion was held in during International Criminal Police Congress. So Congress means that there was one meeting, and during that meeting, so it was decided that so there should be one international police organization, and that discussion was held in the year 1914, and around 24 countries decided to create international police organization, and based on the discussion of these 24 countries, it was created in the year 1923. Very, very important point. And the next important point, so when it was created in the year 1923, its name was International Criminal Police Commission. Earlier its name was International Criminal Police Commission, but it was renamed as International Criminal Police Organization in the year 1946. So in 1923 it was created, its name was International Criminal Police Commission. But in the year 1946, it was named as International Criminal Police Organization. And these four countries, Belgium, France, Scandinavia, and UK, United Kingdom, these countries played very vital role in renaming from International Criminal Police Commission to International Criminal Police Organization. And in the year 1956, again it was renamed as Interpol. So what we are calling today, it was renamed in the year 1956. Earlier its name was International Criminal Police Organization, but from 1956 all the countries started calling as Interpol. Interpol means International Police. International Police. And India joined this organization in the year 1949 according to international website data. But if you search in Wikipedia, so you will get 1956. So don't get confused between that Wikipedia data and data provided by the international police. So we are having the data in the website of international police, and from there I have taken this data from international police organization. And India joined in the year 1949 as per the international police organization, and as per Wikipedia India joined 1956. So next point, structure and functions of the Interpol. So here Interpol mainly includes two important bodies. One is General Assembly and second one is General Secretariat. So here General Assembly, its main function is or main objective is like to organize the annual meetings. But here General Secretariat, its main function is to control crime. So very important point. So General Assembly, its main function to giving membership to the countries, and again so conducting the annual meetings. But this General Secretariat, it will control the crime in member countries. Very important point. And next point, so again, so CBI, Central Bureau of Investigation, so it represents India in Interpol. Again there can be a question, so which of the following agency of India will represent in Interpol? So answer should be CBI, Central Bureau of Investigation. So this is the non-statutory body. Very important point. It's a non-statutory body, and this non-statutory body of India represents Interpol. Okay, and you should know about that CBI. So here CBI, again it is very important investigating agency in India, and this CBI created in the year 1963 by the resolution of Ministry of Home Affairs based on the recommendation of Santhanam Committee. Very important point. So Santhanam Committee was constituted in the year 1963, and this committee recommended to create CBI to control the corruption. So the main objective was earlier to control corruption, and to control corruption, so CBI was created in the year 1963 based on the recommendation of Santhanam Committee. Very important point. And the Santhanam Committee already came in exam in UPSC IAS exam as well as in KPSC exam as well as in many state PCS exams also. And this Central Bureau of Investigation, it functions under that DOPT. DOPT means Department of that Personnel and Training. Very important point. And the next point, so as I said, CBI is not a statutory body. So here statutory body means so body which is created by the act, that we call the statutory body, and body which is mentioned in the constitution we call constitutional body, and the body which is created by just government resolution or government proposal, that we call executive body or non-statutory body and non-constitutional body. And the CBI created by resolution of Ministry of Home Affairs, and that's why it is known as non-statutory body. And this CBI derives the power from Delhi Special Police Establishment Act 1946. Again there can be a direct question. So CBI derives power from which of the following act? So answer Delhi Special Police Establishment Act 1946. Okay, very important point. And next one, functions of Interpol. So here, so the main function of Interpol is to control crime. That is a very important function. And again this Interpol will help in locating the fugitives around the world. Okay, so this is also very important point. It will help in locating the fugitives of the world. But just remember one point. So Interpol, it doesn't have the power to arrest the criminals. So it can help the member countries to identify the location of the criminal, but it will not have the power to arrest the criminals. That is very important point to remember. So here, And again, Interpol maintains the data of around 18 police databases. That's also another additional point to you. And another most important point is, so Interpol plays very vital role in three areas. One is terrorism, second one is cybercrime, and third one is organized crime. And again, this is very important point: terrorism, cybercrime, and organized crime. Again, there can be full-fledged question in UPSC or in any state PCS mains exams, or again there can be a direct essay question in B group or C group exams like PSI, FDA, and some other B group and C group exams. So again, many times, so even we saw the questions from terrorism, cybercrime, and artificial intelligence, and even organized crime. And this is very important, and that's why I will make another separate video for terrorism, cybercrime, and organized crime. So that will help you to fetch or to get more marks in essay. And again, I will explain how to write a good essay. So whenever there is a question on terrorism, cybercrime, and organized crime. So these are the three areas, so where Interpol plays very important role. So one is terrorism, and the second one is cybercrime, and third one is organized crime. So next point, and that is the most important topic of this video, that is different types of notices. So here you should remember about types of notices issued by Interpol, and Interpol issues 8 types of notices, and all the 8 notices, so they will be issued in color coded forms. Okay, so these notices are issued in the color code. So there are 8 notices and having 8 different colors, and all the 8 notices will be issued in 4 languages, and those 4 languages are Spanish, Arabic, French, and English. And there is a shortcut or there is a trick to remember. Just SAFE. SAFE means Spanish, Arabic, French, and English. That is SAFE. And these are the 4 languages in which Interpol issues its notices. And another additional information for your general knowledge. So United Nations having 6 official languages, and those 6 official languages are French, Arabic, Chinese, English, Russian, and Spanish. And again, there is a trick to remember FACES. So FACES is the trick or shortcut to remember the official languages of United Nations. So just remember, these are also very important for your B group or C group exams. And again, there can be a direct question in KPSC exams also. So these are the 8 types of notices. One is red notice, so like indicated by red color, and yellow notice, yellow color is given, and blue notice, blue color, black notice, green notice, orange notice, purple notice, and finally we are having the Interpol, so United Nations Security Council special notice. So these are the 8 types of notices, and we discuss one by one. So for what purpose these notices are issued? So first one is red notice. So red corner notice is most important notice, and this notice will be issued by Interpol, so against the wanted criminals. So whenever the criminals will means whenever the people or individual will make the crime, then to arrest that person, so this notice will be issued, and this notice will be issued by Interpol on the request of the member countries. Most important point, just remember. So red corner notices are issued by Interpol to arrest criminals. Next point. So here Interpol already issued many red corner notices, and one important notice you have to remember. So Interpol issued red corner notice against Dawood Ibrahim, and recently so Interpol has issued red corner notice against Amy Modi. So Amy Modi is the wife of Nirav Modi. Okay, and recently that's why even red notice also is in the news, and these notices are issued by Interpol on the request of India. So India requested Interpol to issue the red corner notice against this Amy Modi and Dawood Ibrahim, and that's why Interpol has issued a red notice against to these people. And in the year 2018, so when there was a dispute between USA and Iran, so Iran requested Interpol to issue a red corner notice against Donald Trump, because there was a drone attack in Iran, and in the drone attack many like major officials of Iranian country so died in that attack, drone attack, and that's why Iran approached Interpol to issue red corner notice against Donald Trump. But Interpol said very categorically, so I will not issue red corner notice against Donald Trump because it is the political issue. And already Interpol said categorically that so it will not interfere in the political issues, it will not interfere in the military issues, and it will not interfere in the religious and racial issues. And Interpol said that so this dispute between USA and Iran is the political issue and I will not interfere in this issue, and that's why so Interpol rejected to issue the red corner notice against Donald Trump on the recommendation of Iran. So that's why again it's very important point to remember. And next point, so yellow notice. So this yellow notice issued by Interpol against Mehul Choksi on 25th of this May month, just last month. And that's why again this yellow notice is very much in the news. And this notice issued by Interpol against Mehul Choksi because so he fled from Antigua and Barbuda to Dominica and he was missing from Antigua, and on the request of Antigua government, so the Interpol has issued yellow notice, and after issuing the yellow notice he was captured in Dominica, just in neighboring country, and these two countries located between Atlantic Ocean and Caribbean Sea. That's also another important point. And just remember here, yellow notice will be issued by Interpol so against a missing persons. Whenever the person whenever the person will miss from one location to locate that particular individual or person, so Interpol will issue the yellow notice. Okay, and again this yellow notice will help in human trafficking or in case of so missing persons due to calamities. So here calamities means we are talking about natural calamities like flooding and again that even earthquakes, snowfall, and even tsunamis and cyclones. So during these calamities, natural calamities, so people will or the individual will miss, and again to identify and to locate those missing persons, so this yellow notice will help. So this is also very important point, and this notice also will help to identify the smugglers. Next point, so blue notice. So again this blue notice is very important, so because the blue notice issued against Nityanand Swamiji, and Nityanand Swamiji is your favorite, you know very well. Okay, and this Nityanand Swamiji is not Swamiji, so we should not call him as Swamiji because Swami is very holy and very sacred word, but this person not deserving to get that word Swamiji. So we can call as Nityanand. Okay, so this Nityanand recently means in the last around 2018 and 19, so there was a rape case filed against Nityanand, and when the rape case was filed against to him, he left the country, and right now he is residing in one island country, and he named that island as Kailasa. So Kailasa means again that is a sovereign Hindu nation, and this Nityanand also declared his own bank, Kailas Bank, and even he declared his own currency. So Kailasian dollar. So Kailasian dollar again it is the one type of cryptocurrency declared by Nityanand Swamiji. Just remember so that Kailasian dollar, Kailas nation, and Kailas bank. So these are related to Mr. Nityanand. Okay, and today only so he gave one statement. So whenever I enter India, then only the corona will go from India. Otherwise, corona will not go from India. That is a statement given by Nityanand Swamiji. Okay, and even this blue notice issued in the against of even Lalit Modi, and this Lalit Modi was the IPL commissioner, and when there was a scam, and during that scam to get more information from Lalit Modi, this notice was issued against to him. So just remember, so blue notice is issued to the country the criminal belongs to, and to collect more information. So blue notice will be issued by Interpol. Very important point. And next one, black notice. So black notice is issued by Interpol to seek information of unidentified bodies. Here unidentified bodies means dead bodies. So to identify the dead bodies, so the black notice can be issued. Okay, so this is also a very important point. So black notice. And next one is purple notice. So this purple notice, it will be issued against environmental criminals. And you know this person, he was very famous once upon a time during 2000 and 2004, because in 2004 there was an operation called Cocoon, and in the Cocoon operation he was killed in the year 2004. And in the year 2000, so he kidnapped a very famous actor Dr. Rajkumar from Karnataka, and he kept Dr. Rajkumar for around 108 days in forest, and he tortured him like anything. And when the Karnataka government negotiated with Veerappan, then Veerappan left Dr. Rajkumar. Okay, and again this Veerappan is very famously known as the Sandalwood Veerappan, and he is also very famous smuggler, and he is also known as a forest dacoit, because he used to kill the elephants and to sell the ivory of the elephants, and this ivory of the elephant having very huge demand or very huge value in the international market, and that's why this Veerappan used to kill the elephants and to sell the parts of the elephant. And that's why this notice says that, so this notice is issued for those criminals who hunts wild animals and sell their body parts in the international market. And this ivory is that's the part of the wild animal. So again this elephant is very, very important animal, because this is the national heritage animal of the country, and you know that dolphin is the aquatic animal, tiger is the again national animal, but elephant is the national heritage animal of India. Most important point. And this person was involved in killing the elephants and selling the ivory of this elephant. And this notice was issued against Veerappan also, and mainly these purple notices will be issued against the criminals, those involved in hunting the animals and selling their body parts. Next one, so Operation Cocoon. This Operation Cocoon was conducted by Tamil Nadu government with the help of Karnataka government, and this Operation Cocoon was successful operation, because in this operation Veerappan was killed in the year 2004, and this operation was headed by Vijay Kumar. So he's a very famous officer. So Vijay Kumar led the operation, and this operation became successful, because in the year 2004 Mr. Veerappan was died, or he was killed. And next, another important point about green notice. So this green notice issued against the person who committed the crime, and again he can commit the same crime in another places or another countries, and to prevent that crime, so the green notices will be issued. So here green notice is issued to provide warnings and intelligence about persons who have committed criminal offences and are likely to repeat these crimes in other countries, and to prevent that crimes, so here green notices will be issued against that person. Very, very important point. And generally such notices are already issued against serial sex offenders. So serial sex offenders means, so like that person who makes offense with the same victim, that we call the serial sex offenders. Then we are having the orange notice, and this orange notice again it is very, very important, and recently this notice issued against that Miracle Diet Pill manufacturing company. And this Miracle Diet Pill manufacturing company was manufacturing the one pill or capsule, or you can say the tablet. So that capsule, so people used to take for reducing their body weight. And again, so after taking this pill, the body weight will reduce, but it having many side effects. And that's why, so that the French Health Authority approached Interpol to issue orange notice against this Miracle Diet Pill manufacturing company. Very, very important point. And that's why again it is very much in the news. So that is orange notice. And the next one and last one, we are having Interpol United Nations Security Council special notice. And this kind of notices are issued against some terrorism groups. And again we are having many terrorism groups, like we are having Hamas, we are having Taliban, we are having ISIS, and even we are having Al Qaeda, and we are having even Lashkar-e-Toiba. These are the very important, very famous terrorism groups. And again to reduce or to tackle these terrorist activities, again any member countries can approach Interpol to issue the Interpol United Nations Security Council so special notice against to that terrorist group. And already so that Interpol from our discussion, so you must have got the idea that what types of notices are issued by the Interpol and what are the reasons behind their issuance. So this is very important topic again because of it is in the news. And next one is, so I have given here all 8 types of notices in as a summary note. So here red notices are issued against the wanted criminals, and yellow notices are issued against missing persons, and third one, so blue notice issued against that criminal person to get more information, and here that black notice issued against that unidentified bodies or dead bodies. Then we are having the purple notice. These purple notices are issued against environmental criminals. Then green notice. So green notices are issued to provide the warnings and intelligence about the person so who committed the crimes, and he should not commit the same crime, or he should not repeat in other countries. And then we are having the orange notice. So orange notices are issued against the material or weapons, so those will cause the threat to the human or public safety. And finally we are having Interpol, United Nations Security Council special notice, and these notices are issued in the against of the terrorism groups. So with this, so we have completed the entire discussion, and that's all for the day. And at the end, so you should know what kind of questions will come from Interpol. So here, so there can be a question like, what is Interpol, and discuss the objectives and functions of Interpol. That is one part of the question. And second part of the question is, so mention what are the different types of notices issued by it. It means Interpol. So there can be a question for 15 marks, or it can be asked for 10 marks or 12.5 marks in UPSC as well as in state PCS exams. And those are interested, so please write the answer, because so reading and getting the information will not give the right way to clear the exam. So to clear the exam, so you should know how to write the answer. So just getting the information will not give the result. So to get the result in first attempt or second attempt, so you should have enough content with you, you should have enough information with you, and that information you have to present in your answer sheet. Then only you will clear the exam. Okay, and if you are interested, you please write the answer, and please post or please send your answer to this WhatsApp number or through the Telegram also. So this number is available on WhatsApp as well as on Telegram. So you can send your answer to Vilas IAS Telegram channel, or you can directly send me through WhatsApp, and I will evaluate your answer, and I will evaluate the answer as per the UPSC standards, because UPSC having its own standards how to evaluate the answer and what should be the structure of the answer. So everything I will give the proper remarks in your answer sheet. So please write the answer and send me your answer so that I can evaluate and I can give that right remarks as per the UPSC requirement. Okay, so thank you so much for watching the video, and please like the video and share the video and subscribe our channel so that you can get all our upcoming videos. So thank you so much once again, and please stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you so much. Bye bye.